This is a presentation on advanced organizers and applied technology. This presentation was created by Ruben Rodriguez and Doug Young, and its purpose is to provide one perspective or an example of how one technology tool can be employed to provide advanced organizer lessons. Before we get into advanced organizers and some specific examples, we would like to share with the class that the tool that we're using in this case is called Debut Capture Video. And Debut is a software application that can help you create videos. The videos that are recorded from the computer screen and display. They can be created using a webcam or some other external camera. And videos can be created in multiple file formats, converted between file formats, and it's a very user-friendly application. I've used it extensively and my students love working with it. If the class would like to know more about technology tools like Debut, Ruben and I would be more than happy to share more. Just let us know and we can do that at some later time. Getting on with advanced organizers, there were case studies described in the chapter. One of the case studies described an elementary school teacher whose students were from an agricultural community. They lived in the country, and the teacher was attempting to prepare his class for lessons on community, living in society, and family. So he used prompts, visual prompts in this case, to engage his class in discussions about what they knew about organisms that lived in communities. The specific example was he employed visuals and graphics of honeybees, thinking that they would be somewhat familiar to the students considering their backgrounds in an agricultural community. And he was attempting to elicit or evoke from the students their existing knowledge of how organisms lived in communities. And this slide is just one perspective on how that might be done, where we have two honeybees who definitely are comfortable living within a community, being side by side and feeding together. And this image and the prompt can be used with students to engage them in a discussion about what they already know regarding organisms living in communities. And here's another. Is this bee storing food for all the bees in the hive? And hopefully the students can begin talking within the class about what they already know about social organisms, how they interact, how they have different roles within the community. And as the teacher's not trying to expand their knowledge. The teacher's not trying to tell them or teach them about honeybees, but the teacher's using hopefully a familiar graphic to summon from the students what they already know about communities. Again, just another perspective on how this might be used. Are these bees working together? What do you think they are doing? More information from the case study showed that this elementary school teacher set up learning centers using visual prompts like this. And tools like Debut can be used to create short presentations where students can work in small groups, or they can engage in journal writing or small assignments, worksheets on what they're seeing. Another example of the graphics that this elementary school teacher used were graphics of gorillas living in a family structure. And this is just, again, one perspective of how that might be done, about how that might be accomplished. Again, are these gorillas playing? Why do they play with each other? What are some of the behaviors? What are some of the characteristics of organisms that live in communities and families? So in summary, Ruben and I would like to remind everyone that advanced organizers use familiar terms and concepts to link what the students already know to the new information that will be presented. We hope that this presentation has expanded your knowledge of advanced organizers. We thank you for your time.